What's up, guys? It's LuhKey here. I just wanted to talk about a couple things that are trending right now, and it's very infamous right now. So, if you don't know who Dakota is, Korcle, or Felicity, it's basically just this whole kind of like when an influencer does a good deed for someone and then they end up adopting them, either for views or they just really want to help them. And in this case, the influencer Korkle, he ended up meeting this guy named Dakota, and Korkle was basically like just a motorcycle guy. You know, he just did videos, and he claims that before he met Dakota, he had millions of views. I checked, and it's very feasible. He did have a lot of fucking views. Motorcycle. As far as Instagram and YouTube, I don't know about TikTok. But basically, he discovered Dakota, and ever since November 24th of 2024, that's the first appearance of Dakota that we saw on Instagram. It was probably a little earlier if you posted it on TikTok, if he didn't mass upload just everywhere at the same time. And around that time, there's a little dip on his videos on motorcycle. It's still in the 300K, something around that range, and he would get maybe a couple million on a couple if the algorithm really hit. But basically, if you don't know, let me just put a thing right here. So this is Dakota. This is Korkle. He recently did a face reveal from what I'm aware of. I don't really catch up with this until this huge fiasco drama. And let me see if Felicity shows up. And this is Dakota's girlfriend right now. They're a little off mentally, which is crazy because what I've been seeing from the comments is everyone's just saying like, oh, if he didn't, if he chooses to do this, that's fine. It's whatever. It's like you try to help him, bro. Like, my point is, literally, they're mentally ill. They cannot do those choices for themselves. So it's fucking insane how people are implying that this is Felicity's and Dakota's choice, mainly Felicity's. I think the only person to blame here is Korkle. He is not giving them enough resources or help that he actually needs. It just kind of feels like he's using them for content. I mean, let's see what a caretaker fucking costs. So it's around 30 to 35 per hour, which is a lot. It's actually more than what I expected. So approximately 7 hours a week, 910, 15 hours a week, 1950. I mean, seeing that Dakota can, kind of work on himself, work by himself, I'd say maybe $910 isn't a bad investment. Especially if he's trying to help. I do want to say a couple good things about Korkle. One of his major defenses is that he doesn't use Dakota for content, and that he had 1 million followers before he even met Dakota, which is very possible, like I said. And this is a good action that he did. Helping a random person who needed help, who wasn't mentally stable. Dakota was doing drugs. He was homeless, with his dog. I'll get to that in a bit if you guys don't know the whole lore behind this. But basically, it's a good deed. Most deeds are selfish. You do it just to feel better about yourself. And, I'm to blame too. I love to do things that are nice just, to feel good. It's a selfish action deep down. But basically, the whole lore so far is that Dakota and Felicity broke up, and it was due to because Felicity. So Korkle had put a ban on her, and then Felicity made it worse by actually getting banned from the apartment complex. And the whole fan base just hates Felicity because she's always talking about boyfriends and calling her ex or whatever. And like I said, she's not mentally there, so you can't really blame her. It's kind of, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. It's sticky. It's whatever, it's stinky. But deep down, and it's just how it is. And the lore is that no one likes Felicity. It's Dakota's new girlfriend, and she moved in, but she was throwing orange peels at like older people, and she got banned from the apartment complex for like 4 or 5 years. Um, and that's just to open up a new case, and they might not even let her back in because they had to go all over the investigation again. So Dakota decided. And almost forgot the most important part. She immediately said she had a new boyfriend and all this. Pretty calling cap on that. Um, but homeless people, they're crazy. So you could find some side piece, I guess, pretty easily since everyone's on crack and shit. But Dakota decided to break his lease, go homeless to stay with Felicity, and the whole internet's ramping this up. This could be staged, it could be fake. We're just taking Korkle's word for it, and I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like he's doing this out of his own actions, like good intentions. But it also feels like he's using them for money. And I mean, dude, if he's fucking pulling millions of views from this, even if it's just shorts, he's doing brand deals maybe even his clothing brand, which is the design is pretty cool. So I'm expecting a lot of people to help, and also they're getting donations from random people that want to help. So they're pulling a lot of money. I think you can afford comfortably $910 for a caretaker just to keep them in check, throughout the week, maybe an hour a day. That'd be pretty sick. I don't know, dude. It's just fucked up. The whole situation is messed up. Felicity and Dakota are homeless right now, and Korkle is just saying that he tried his best. He's kind of throwing him under the bus a little bit just by saying he turned evil or whatever with those edits. I don't know if you've seen it on his other extra page. Also, he's just defending himself. Oh, and he also covered up the dog story, the infamous dog story. If you don't know about it, Dakota had a dog when he was homeless, and he was kicking him, and another homeless guy or a stranger, I don't really know. There's no Wikipedia, as you can see. This is all just off of what people remember, but he got pushed down the stairs because he was kicking his dog, and then he lost the dog, and then people were giving him backlash because he posted that video, so he ended up deleting it. So that's the whole hidden lore, which is kind of messed up too. And Korkle and Dakota have just not talked about it, especially Korkle, since he's the only person that's mentally stable in this whole situation. So I think just Korkle, dude, if you're listening right now, just do good and try to get professional help for this situation. You are not equipped for this. I know your content's good. You're trying to help, but this is just too much food to chew on. You cannot. You're ill-equipped for this. You're not a professional. Help them in better ways. It's just, and everyone, like 90% of the fan base, like these guys are not mentally stable. Just stay off of Korkle's back a little bit. If you want to give him advice, just ask him for, to get him better help, more professional help, and yeah, that's the whole situation. But just comment down below what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.